folks are chasing a story about this video that is from a traveling Mexican rodeo that's been making its way all around the New York region from Connecticut to Jersey. What do you got?
Yeah, well, Bill, it's the rodeo that threw me out when I got to go to Cranberry in New Jersey just 2 weeks ago to follow this rodeo that's been going all throughout the New York metro area. We had heard that there was allegations of animal abuse from when the rodeo stopped in South Jersey. An animal activist shot this video, which purportedly shows bulls being zapped with a cattle prod while penned and tethered. So I went to the Rancho San Ysidro Rodeo when it stopped in Cranberry to check it out. Bull riding events began, and I saw some things that were kind of similar. A bull comes out from the stable and is brought into that chute there, the yellow metal box. They wrap the bull with ropes around his chest and testicles. Now, several times I saw rodeo attendants actually using the prod while the bull was in the chute. That makes it more agitated. Then they release the bull. After bucking his rider, some of the bulls stumbled and nearly fell, apparently exhausted in the heat. It was a very warm day. When the bull is done being ridden, he was shunted off from that pen into another chute, the same chute that he came in through, herded onto a trailer where they were roped inside and kept without water on a 90-degree day. Now, the state's anti-animal cruelty laws, which are on the books in the state of New Jersey for a long time, they say it's illegal to torment, torture, and inflict unnecessary cruelty on any animal. I sat down with Toms River attorney Harry Levin, who is the general counsel for the state SPCA.
You have to look at the totality of the circumstances. You cannot just take one simple photograph, again, outside of the fact of somebody beating an animal, and say that this is cruelty.
So I showed him the videos.
The issue always is that when does it cross the line to cruelty?
But at the end, he thought I had not captured anything that was out and out illegal.
These are all matters of degrees. It's not like you can turn around and say, this is what animal cruelty is.
But just because you're not breaking the law doesn't mean you're following professional rodeo regulations. Scott Beckstead is the Oregon State Director for the Humane Society. He told me that the Professional Rodeo Cowboys Association, known as the PRCA, has actually laid down rules to prevent animal mistreatment during these rodeos.
What's in those videos is nothing like mainstream bull riding that you see in American mainstream rodeo.
Scott says that humanity in these events is in everyone's best interest.
The really top quality bucking animals, top quality rodeo animals, tend to be treated quite well in most rodeo settings because they do have a substantial economic value.
How did we get this? Like, who complained? Like, was it somebody that went to the rodeo and did he go to the rodeo on purpose to say, I'm going to take pictures and send this in because I don't like the idea of the rodeos and how the animals are treated?
Now, the activists went to South Jersey with the specific intent of videotaping that rodeo, but once we saw it and we found that there was a rodeo that we could personally attend to shoot our own video, that's why we decided to go.
So, Bill, you've been to the rodeo.
Yes.
Right? You interview these guys that are the clowns.
When I visited the Cowtown Rodeo in Pylsgrove, what the owner told me is that the bulls' defense is offense. They will attack. When the rodeo clowns were actually out there in the field, I mean, I felt bad not for the bulls, but for the cowboys. I mean, they're the ones who are thrown off the bull, thrown to the ground, and the bull doesn't need any defending.
Regardless of how you feel, you've got to acknowledge this is a difference. The humans are in the ring of their own free will.
Right.
The animals are not.